Hey everyone, this is Shag, and welcome to what I'm gonna call an interest check. I did not remember this game existed until a few days ago, and I suddenly was like, oh yeah, Jade Cocoon was pretty cool. But upon downloading it and playing it a little bit again, I'm not sure if it would make for a good LP, so I'm gonna play a little bit of it, and you can tell me what you think. How's that sound? This would also count as a recording test, I suppose. So let me tell you about Jade Cocoon here. It's one of those monster raisin games that seem to go over so well when I LP them. It also has Silent Hill tank controls, but we'll leave the protagonist Levant to turn around until I finish talking. So, it's one of those monster raisin games, except you fight with one monster at a time. Well, I guess that's like Pokemon. And the main draw is capturing them and then merging them together to create super powerful monsters / horrible abominations. Because when you combine them, they also combine their physical characteristics, leading to things. Yeah, there are many pros and cons to this, as an LP, I would say. One pro, I seem to do monster raisin games pretty well from what I can tell. At least they're enjoyed. Also pro, for an RPG the game is pretty short actually. Con, I never actually finished it because it gets kind of hard. Con, it's a bit slow paced. Yeah, you'll see what I mean if we ever find a battle. It looks like enemies stay dead or go— oh, never mind. Skawasp! Hey, you weren't here last time. So, in battle, you control your little dude Levant here first, and you can summon creatures, but let's just whack. He's pretty acrobatic. It's kind of ridiculous. Monsters all have different sort of special powers and magic and junk, and see, let's switch to one. Let's switch to the one I have. And yes, you capture and summon things with a flute. Here we have Quats. He's an unassuming, bizarre snake mashup thing. He has several attacks. Let's just do a regular one. Like Pokemon, you have to do the whole thing of weakening things before you can capture them. You may also notice a bit of an emulator thing. The health bars extend way past where they're supposed to, so it's kind of hilarious. Anyway, the capturing animation is kind of funny because normally it takes like half a minute, but there's an option to, quote, turn it off, which actually just makes it shorter, which is what we're going to be showing right now. It's pretty awesome, actually. You gotta be really talented to play an ocarina with one hand. Probably. At least that's what I would assume. Dorky victory animation, go! So yeah, this game is pretty fun. Our experience meters mean nothing because they are so wrong according to, you know, where they should be and all that. As for the plot of this game, your village is under a crisis and you're made to be a cocoon master because your dad used to be a cocoon master and then he disappeared mysteriously. And they need cocoon masters to— I forget exactly why they need a cocoon master specifically, but that's what we're called, by the way. The village was under attack by a swarm of insects called the Onibubu, which put people into an endless slumber, and we had to go get a herb, and so forth. At least that's the plot at the beginning. It sounds silly, but that's because it is. Hey look, it's a Pikachu. I mean a Patalchu. Totally the same thing. One of the weirder parts about this game is if you want your monsters to get experience, they have to kill stuff, and if you want to get capture experience, well, you have to capture stuff. So I guess you have to balance what you're doing. There's also an elemental system. Water beats fire, fire beats air, air beats earth, earth beats water. It's clockwise. There's also, of course, mana and so forth. So nothing's free. We're gonna go ahead and kill this dude. So my... Whoa. That was painful looking. So my abomination can get some experience. The game actually specifically tell you that killing gets you nothing. However, this is quite obviously not the case. The very first time I killed something after hearing that, I found an item drop. But you can get those from capturing too, so that's not entirely a fair judgment. Let's see what's over here. So yeah, the entire game takes place in the forest. That chest is locked, by the way. Starting with the beetle forest, also including moth, spider, something else, and a bunch of hell forests that are the somewhat plot twisty bit at the center of the game. And after you beat the game, there's the endless corridor full of giant monstrosities instead of just smaller ones. Apparently, this way was not the way we were supposed to go. This game would probably be really bad if it had random encounters, but consider the following. With non-random encounters, you can still see the monsters, but you still have to dodge them with the tank controls that this game has. You hold down triangle to run, and you turn around based on where you're facing, so can be a bit silly at times. If we're lucky, maybe we'll get to the boss fight in a short enough amount of time. I think he's this way, because I think it was the other way last time. So we gotta hear the boss music and stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention another con of this game. It takes about half an hour to get to actual gameplay, plus additional 10 minutes if you listen to everything the tutorial man has to say. And by listen, I mean it literally, because this game is 99% voice acted, which is another pro, because that generally turns out funny. A lot of the characters are a bit hammy, to say the least. The first hammy one being the only gameplay bit in the first 30 minutes, i.e. a hopeless boss fight times 2. Because I guess you have to fight him more than once. Quats is level 5. By the way, quats is a word that Pink spelled in Scrabble, just hoping it was a word and it turned out to be, and that was annoying. Fun fact. Okay. Well, here's another pro. The game seems to be recording alright. Halt, boy!
Halt, boy!
Alright, I don't need to actually read the text because they do.
I've heard rumors of men who disguise themselves as Cocoon Masters to poach game here. You may be one of them.
Shrug.
We must find out whether or not you're the real thing.
This voice actor has a low-quality microphone. This guy has unique battle music. Presumably he's also going to summon something. So... or maybe not. Or maybe so. Or maybe not. Heck, I don't know. This game can be strange at times. I believe it gets even stranger. If I remember correctly. Wow, that did a lot of damage. And now he's gonna do a dance. Which does 10 damage, somehow. And now I'm out of mana. Alas. Not that it matters too much. Hooray! Victory for Quats. He wasn't even worth that much experience.
Ow! That hurts! Alright, that's all for now.
Get a better quality mic.
Master Chorus's cottage lies ahead. Go on! Get out of here! Next time I won't go so easy on you!
I guess you can blame it on his mask if you want. Shrug indeed, Levant. Shrug indeed. Now then. Like any other RPG, this also has items. Why do I need to tell you that? To restore minion HP, you get them drunk. End of discussion. What's in here? It's a weapon. The spear gives off an eerie and moist blue glow. Wait, what? Moist? The spear is moist? Well, I guess it's a water spear, but judging by the name, but still. Oh, my spear is so moist, Levelant. Oh, yes. When did I get a different knife? Whatever. Speaking of mics, there go your ears. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and keep playing and venture on forward for now. Because I forget if you actually have to fight Master Chorus or not. Actually, screw him. Let's just get this thing. It's a turf raid! My element is what you're strong against now. Ow. Yeah, you might notice that Quats here has like 3 elements, and that's because when you merge things, their elemental properties also combine. Which can be good or bad for you. In my case, probably bad, since... yeah. Why did I use fire? I don't frickin' know. This guy would be weak to air, but I do not have any air moves. And so I'll just show off magic, I guess. Extra damage versus air. Yes. Then we have water and recovery. Magic works a lot like regular attacks. I don't really see the difference between it and special moves, but hey, I'm no expert at this game. It's just something I liked as a kid. Alright, now let's capture this dude and close off the video by showing how merging can go horribly wrong. Appearance-wise, at least. Anyway, Mabu is your arranged marriage who performs magic for you in order to make your cocoon stuff work, and also in order to eventually kill herself with cursed brandings. Fun game, isn't it? Okay.
Our enemy we love. And
screw your echoey voice, just get to the point. This game sure takes its time, that's for sure. Sure indeed. But overall, I think it's alright. I will of course finish Cubivore first. I should probably have mentioned that within the first 2 minutes of this video instead of the last few. And I might have something else in mind after Cubivore, unless I just want to skip right to this. Who cares? So here we have our little buddies that we captured. Skawasp and Turf Raid, and also Quats equipped to us. You can merge the things together, you'll see their different stats and their abilities and so on. But more importantly, you see what abominations of nature you can make. You can see that they copied the characteristics of Turf Raid onto Skawasp. These monster names are pretty weird, aren't they? And of course, you can do the other way around too, which produces something more horrifying in this case. However, what we really need to do is merge everything with everything regardless of how badly it will go for me. Obviously. Or at least to just show off the different results of that idea. That thing looks awfully silly, I gotta say. Look at his beady little eyes, and his clipping errors. Isn't that amazing? Huh. Well, that is actually kind of cute-ish, maybe. Depending on your definition of things. So, yeah. You can't fuse with nothing. So this has been Shag. This has been... Hey, what do you think of this? It's Jade Cocoon. Have fun. And, yeah, have fun, I guess.